Greetings, adventurers. I'm excited today. Welcome to ADV Japan. Super stoked. I've been planning this trip for a little bit, and yeah, I'll be doing some solo camping today. And if you're interested in how you camp in Japan, stick around. If you're ever interested in coming here and doing a tour, I'll show you how to do it right. This is the best way to do it. I'm telling you, this is the Japan camping way to enjoy adventure. So I'm just heading out to the campsite right now. It's about 30 minutes out from my house. It's about noon. It's usually the way I do it if I'm going to be doing just a one-night camp. I had some work I had to do this morning, so finished that up. Had the bike all packed and ready to go. And I just threw my gear on and I'm on the road now. So today on the agenda, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to camp Japanese style. This is definitely one of my favorite ways to do it. So first on the docket, I'm going to head to the campsite here. I'm going to unpack everything, kind of show you what I use too as well, kind of my gear. From there, I'm going to, obviously the bike will be lightened up. All that gear is going to be off the bike. I'll zip the tent up, and I've got a couple places I want to check out around the area, hit some trails, have some fun. And once that's all done, I'll probably head back to the campsite, pick up a few things, and this is where the Japanese element comes in. I'm going to head off to a hot spring, which you can find at virtually almost every single campsite here in Japan. At least at a car campsite, you will find a hot spring. And so, especially in the wintertime, it's just amazing. You hop in that bath for like an hour, just get yourself all warmed up, and you feel toasty warm, ready to go back to the campsite. So from there, I'll probably eat dinner at the hot spring. This specific hot spring offers dinner, so I'm probably going to eat there, and that'll just reduce the food load. I don't have to buy anything. Then on the way back from the hot spring to the campsite, I'm going to probably drop by a convenience store and pick up breakfast. That way I don't have to drive somewhere in the morning. I can just be straight off away. Head back to the campsite and hop in the sleeping bag and call it a day, man. It's going to be great. So, yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy the video. Let's get her done. So there's this kind of campsite, low-key, and then you got the more expensive ones with tons and tons of, facilities and all that. This has got the bare bones. It's got a bathroom and a wash station. Pretty much all you need. Okay, let's see. Yep, looks like there is somebody here.大丈夫ですか？今日は泊まるのは？
泊まるの？
はい。
大丈夫です。
あ、じゃあ500円でしたっけ？ OK。
上だけね。
はい。
から泊まれないからね。
了解です。
で、明日のさ、
はい。
9時以降になるとまた翌日分お金500円かかるから。
あ、そう。
だから払いたくなかったら9時前に出てください。
9時前。了解です。
9時から私なんか来るからね。
はい。わかりました。500円ですね。今日ここは焚き火は大丈夫ですかね？
あれ空いてね。
あ、はい。焚き火台。
焚き火台置いてね。
あります。わかりました。ありがとうございます。はい。はい。
ゴミね。
ああ。
ゴミ袋ね。
持って帰ります。
持って帰ってね。
はい。わかりました。
今日の領収書ね。はい。
ありがとうございます。
なんか買い物 OK だからね。入るときにこれ見せて。
了解。わかりました。ありがとうございます。はい。Oh man, I brought firewood. I didn't even have to. Look at this. I think it's a firewood station over there. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stay over here in this little corner. So just beyond there, there's a beautiful river. It's great to take a dip in the summertime. Not so much right now, but yeah. So this is it. You know, just kind of not too far away from civilization, but far enough away to just kind of be quiet, be alone, and enjoy nature. So, all right, let's go ahead and get this campsite set up. All right, so in here, I've got my tent, sleeping pad, sleeping bag. Let's go ahead and pull that out. So for my tent, I use Momotaro, which some of you are probably familiar. They've definitely made their way into Japan or into the United States. This is the Moonlight Tent 1. It's like a one person, barely two person. Me and my wife can definitely fit in there. And yeah, so it works out really nice. It's super light, super compact, and fits right inside of this Endurastan Blizzard M-size bag. So I actually bring a sleeping mat. This is specifically designed for this tent, so it fits in there really, really nice. Now for the sleeping pad, I use the Climate Static V-Lux SL. This is amazing. I've tried probably at least a half dozen different sleeping pads. They're all shit compared to this. This does a great job. So if you got a bad back like I do, highly recommend it. All right, for the sleeping bag, in the wintertime, I use the Momotaro number 3. And this is rated for 4 degrees for comfort, -1 for the limits, and then extreme temperatures, -16 degrees Celsius. I don't think I'm ever going to be sleeping in that crazy weather, but I got both my sleeping bags. I got this one, and I have one more down, just in case if it gets really cold. I'll keep it inside here. So here's my extra sleeping bag. Again, it's a Momotaro. This is for summertime. It's rated for about 8 degrees, 47 degrees Fahrenheit. Goose down, great, really, really nice. It's gonna get a little cold tonight, maybe down to about 4 degrees, about 40, 47, 45 degrees. So I may need that extra one, but we'll see, All right, so for my sleeping bag liner, I use the Cocoon travel sheet. This is great, super recommend it. Prevents a lot of sliding from the sleeping bag, kind of slipping around on the mat. And then I'll take out the sleeping bag, lay that down. All right, so for my pillow, I use the Sea to Summit foam core pillow. I've been using this for a couple years too as well. I got a bad neck too, and you know, I've tried everything from, you know, some of the inflated sleeping bags or sleeping pillows to some of the, you know, just doing the regular stuffing your sleeping bag stuff sack with clothes and doing that. It just never works out. This is the best solution that I've had so far. It's not perfect. I usually put my coat underneath this or something to kind of push it up a little bit higher so my neck isn't strained too much, but this is really nice. I do really actually like this pillow. Good, so this is my sleeping system. It's, you know, I've been using it for a little while. This sleeping pad and the little cover, putting the liner over the sleeping pad thing. This is new for me. I haven't done this a whole lot, but it works out really nice. It's really, really, really nice if you want some good, comfortable sleeping. All right, so let's go ahead and get my kind of camping sitting area set up. It's real simple, shouldn't take too long. Yeah, so this is my Helinox chair. I've been using this for over 10 years. It's pretty amazing. Company out of Colorado. Love these guys. Next is my Soto tabletop. This is nice. Keeps drinks from getting kicked around or flopped around. Simple as that. Just stores really, really nice and neat. Slides right into my bag. When I need it, it's good to go. So it's usually set it right next to me right here. Just like that. And next here is my stove. This is for fires. I don't use this to cook, although you could use it to cook. I just use this to keep a nice warm fire. Yeah, it's just so simple as that. Really just goes up pretty quick. It's got that little cross brace right there. And you'll see tonight, this thing burns, man. It is teeny tiny, but it produces a nice warm flame for sure. And finally, my meal kit. This is, I'm not gonna use it tonight because obviously I'm eating out tonight, but basically I've just got this real simple system. I don't know if these guys make stuff outside of Japan. They're a Japanese company called Captain Stag. I think they're Japanese. Anyways, you can find these sets pretty much anywhere, but basically it just consists of a bottom kind of soup cup and then a drink cup. And then inside here, I've got my chopsticks, I've got a spoon, and I've got my burner. Everything all inside this tiny little compact kit. So I'll be breaking this out tomorrow morning when I do breakfast, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. And last but not least, I've got my nata, is what they call it in Japanese, which is a Japanese style axe. And this is really convenient for splitting wood into fine parts and for getting it inside this small stove. So I'll show you this tonight in action. Really, really useful tool. Okay, I gotta make a stop at the drugstore real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit these trails. All right, so just making my way to the trails. Just made a quick stop at the drugstore. See, that's what's nice, you know? You're not super in the wilderness. I mean, that's also nice too, but the convenience of being able to just drop by real quick if you forgot something. Well, really what it does is it allows you to just go camp on the fly. Like, it's a Wednesday today. I had a little bit of work in the morning, and I just decided to, yesterday, as soon as I was done with that, I'd head out and just camp. So camping is really doable here on the fly. Might not be as far into the woods as I'd like to be, but it's far enough and quiet enough. So, don't know if you guys noticed, perhaps you did, as the beak of my helmet is sticking out the front of the video. I changed the position, so if you guys haven't seen the video that I posted on my motovlog setup, you can click the link in the corner there and check out how I got this whole thing set up. It's really streamlined, so I'm not fussing around with cords or rewiring my helmet or anything. I can switch positions from my chin mount to under the peak to on top of my helmet, where what I have right now, all without having to rewire my mic. All I do is just switch the inputs. Real simple. If you do watch that video, I have since changed my mic. I used to use the Purple Panda, which I still use. I use for when I'm not on my bike, because unfortunately the Purple Panda, it's a very sensitive mic, and it does pick up the engine much better than the mic that I have now. But because of that, it also picks up wind and external noises, and it tends to feedback. You got a lot of extra noise. It's a great mic for using just as a lapel mic, just doing some normal video without writing. But right now I'm using an Audio-Technica powered mic, and as you can tell, compared to my other videos, the wind is just highly reduced here, so much better wind reduction. So this is always a fun little bridge. It's a one-way bridge. Just kind of one of those rare things you don't see very often. Okay, so coming up on one of my favorite nearby little trails. It's short, it's quick. We're gonna blast through that and then see if I can find some trails on the other end of it. It's ABS to off-road, good. And traction control off. Okay, here we go, baby. Woohoo! Oh, hey. There's another one. Maybe I'll run this, yeah? That looks like fun. Spank it. There we go. I made it. Definitely not standing up riding here. Alright, we need to make sure that can hold me. Solid enough. Yeah, we're good. Are you serious? Basically, I gotta get this thing over on that edge. Getting a little stuck on that. There we go. That should get me in the right direction. Yeah, it doesn't have the travel of a good old-fashioned dirt bike, but hey, she gets the job done. There you go. Whoa. This is super slippery. Alright, visor's going down now. Just gonna push through it. Come on. This, I'll have to get off. Let's go find out where she goes. Kind of got my bearings here. I believe I'm heading down this mountain here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, we'll see. I might hook up with another trail, but I'm gonna walk the bike through this because it's getting caught on these vines. Not to mention pushing through the bamboo, like so, and it getting stuck. This doesn't look like it's getting better. I'm gonna go up there, see what I'm dealing with here. See that little peg there? That's property ownership peg. So I see some open area over there, which probably means it's somebody's private property. That's what I mean when you're almost always in somebody's backyard here. If you own a garden in Japan, you fucking hate bamboo. It's the worst thing God ever invented. Well, not the worst. I think the BMW GS310 is the worst thing God ever invented. Ha! Just kidding. Just kidding. I just saw what's coming up. I don't know, we'll see. I might be able to move it. There's about 5 of those all stacked in one spot. I ain't moving it. I ain't getting over it. Boy, she's real stuck in there, isn't she? That'll be fun getting out. I think I can turn her around here. That's the last tough part. Okay. All right. Am I hitting that there? Times like this, you wish you had a reverse. There we go. Got her. Woo! Break. Yeah, I just gassed. Wow. I really pushed this KTM 390 to its limits today. You know, somebody, a much better rider than me, probably could have done this a lot easier with less effort. I feel like I kind of pushed this bike to its limit. Hopefully you guys had a good idea of just what this thing can do. I mean, this was some serious tight single track with bamboo on both sides. just getting vines all over the place. I wouldn't say it's enjoyable riding for sure. I went a little too far. I probably should have turned around maybe about a half kilo back. But hey, this is what it's about, right? It's adventure. All right, so managed to get myself out of that rut. Now, just one more challenge. This big log here. I do not want to put myself over that. You know what? I'm going to get off because I do not want to bust this thing. All right, I need to give it a good running start here. I wonder if I can just pull it. Don't try this at home. Okay. I know, you're laughing. Somebody way more experienced than me could do this easy. Okay. Any further that way, I'd have bottomed out. Any further the other way, and that would have been a 3-meter drop. All right, folks. Okay, so you can see we are now on the path. You see my phone here, back where we should be. That was insane. Good fun though. Now I'm soaking wet, which is a little dangerous, especially in these temperatures. Once that sun goes down, man, it's gonna drop. It's gonna drop down in the 30s. So I have to make sure that I don't stay out too late. I gotta get back to the campsite and make sure I change this stuff out, or at least get to the hot spring. Okay, so yeah, this will spit out to the main road. I get some of that nice cool wind. Now the cool thing is this river is the same river that's my campsite is on. So ideally this should go all the way to my campsite. And sure enough it does. Look at that. Beautiful. The cool thing about hot springs is you don't need much, you know, especially when you're biking. You're pretty much just wearing your outer layers all the time. So out of my clothes bag here, all I need is this little pouch. I'll put my socks, my underwear here, undershirt, and my underwear, and a towel, and that's it. That'll get the job done. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the road. So Japanese hot springs are not as scary as they seem, folks. Yeah, you're gonna be butt naked in front of everybody. But everybody's naked, so it doesn't matter, right? And for the most part, all hot springs nowadays are separated by sex, male and female. Though you can find some co-ed hot springs, but from my understanding, I've never been to one, but from my understanding, pretty much all co-ed hot springs are just old people. Old people that are used to it, they don't care. This one I'm going to is split by a male female. It's simple, man. It's really easy. You know, you can't film in there, so I'm just going to go ahead and explain how it works. But basically, you go to the front counter, you pay the fee to get in. A lot of times they'll have like a towel rental. They'll ask you if you need a towel. I brought my own, so I don't need one. And then you pay the entry fee, and they'll give you like a locker key. No, I forgot. Now, before you get in there, you have to take your shoes off too. There's an area where you actually remove your shoes and put them in a locker. And then you go pay, and they hand you a key to the locker inside the changing room, where you can lock all your gear up. Now, sometimes they don't hand you a key, and sometimes you have to pay like 100 yen to get the key out of the lock. So you're basically borrowing it, and then once you're done bathing and you come back and you put the key in, it gives you your 100 yen back. So those are the two kinds of systems that they have. I forgot what this one is. I have not been to this place in like a year. So it's been a while. So once you have changed and you walk into the bath area, then the first thing you need to do is go to the shower area and clean yourself. And they'll always have shampoo. I've never been to a hot springs where they don't have shampoo, they don't have soap for you. So that's just an extra thing you don't have to bring on the motorcycle, which is nice. So once you've taken a shower and you've gotten yourself all cleaned up, then you can enter the main bath area, and you can get into any of the baths that they have. Oftentimes they'll have several different bath areas. They'll have like an aroma bath or something like that, or some type of special, you know, mineral bath. Yeah, so just a couple rules. So when you get there and you've paid and you get in there and you've changed and everything, you're not allowed to wear a bathing suit. You're not allowed to go in there with anything on, except for nowadays you see people with smartwatches. That's fine. I go in there with my smartwatch just to keep track of time. Anything else, you can't go in there. If you have any tattoos, most of the time they won't let you in either, unfortunately. Now, another rule you got to be careful of is you don't want to go in with your towel. So they're going to give you a little towel, or you can have a little towel. Like I have a little hand towel, and that's it. Like that's all I need. And that hand towel cannot touch the bath water. It's just rude, because that's the towel you use to kind of clean yourself when you were taking a shower. So if you put that in there and kind of it's just, yeah, it's kind of rude. And the last final rule is you never put your head under the water either, and I think that's more just a hygiene thing. And other than that, you're pretty much free to go. You know, you're pretty much good to go. It's so awesome, you guys. Once you get used to the whole nudity thing, it just is amazing. Absolutely amazing, especially on a camping night like this where it's cold. Oh my goodness. And just in time for the chime. So another feature of Japan, you have these 5 o'clock chimes. Every city has them. And they're basically just to tell all the kids to go home. It's time to go home. Very nostalgic. I've been here since 2011, and if I don't hear that at 5 o'clock, it's just something's weird. Now this is a cool hot spring. It's Showa style. Showa period is loosely related to like the 60s and 70s. So this is like a 60s, 70s style hot spring. And you'll see what I mean when you see the entrance. It's pretty cool. Alright, so I had a nice dip in the bath. And I'm going to head off to the convenience store now. I had dinner too. It was amazing. Great fried chicken with some rice and miso soup. Absolutely lovely. Alright, so I got the goods. Okay, let's head back to the campsite. Yeah, it looks like this place is emptied out. It's quite common to day camp. It's also quite a popular thing. So, you know, by sundown, a lot of people just clear out. Okay, back at the camp, you guys. Kind of got a little settled in, and I'm going to get a fire started here. So I promised I'd show you guys the Japanese axe. It's called a nata in Japanese. It's a special axe that they've been using here for God knows how long. I've had this one for probably a good 10 years. You just sharpen it, keep it sharp, and it's good to go. But yeah, so the way to use it, I'll just position, I'll get a rock, like a flat rock like this one here. Just position the wood down there like so. You can tell I'm left-handed. And let's get it started. You can use another block to pound it down, or if you have like a, you know, like some peg hammers or something like that, that works too as well. This wood is really knotty. It's a terrible joke. Sorry. I have too many British friends. Alright, so I got a good pile of wood here. And I brought some started twigs with me to get this going. So this is a great little stove. It's from Snow Peak, which is probably Japan's #2 camp brand. And I'm going to use this to light the stove, or light the fire, because I don't have any matches or anything like that. It's pretty handy actually, it works out. This thing just spins around, super compact. And here's your valve for the canister. Alright, so inside there I got my little twigs. Get this lit up. Done. Now give it a couple minutes and this thing's gonna be absolutely flaming. Alright, so what's on the menu tonight? I got a Korean Kidding Spring Valley Ale. Yes, Kidding has started making craft beers, or craft ale. This is a white ale, so it should be pretty mild. The beer industry has really picked up here, actually in the last probably 10 years. When I first got here, you couldn't find any craft beers. Now they're all over the place. Some lovely Pringles. That says sour cream and onion, so yeah, they do have sour cream and onion here. It does taste different. It's not the same at all. I got a protein bar with 20 grams of protein to replenish what I burned off today. Just totally worked super hard today. And I'll finish it all off with a nice chocolate pudding. So I guess we could talk about what happened today. That was a lovely ride in the woods. Turned into an absolute nightmare. Someone's getting viciously murdered out there at the moment. Man, nature, I tell you, unforgiving. Today was very unforgiving too. But boy, that bike pushed through, man. I was really impressed with it. In fact, I wasn't frustrated with the bike at all today, you know? I was more frustrated with those vines. The bike did amazing. It just did, it did more than I expected. Was it heavy? Could I have done a lot better with a dirt bike? Sure it could have, but you know, it's the KTM 390. It's a good balance of comfort and adventure. So today I made the mistake of wearing my adventure tours, and they got beat up out there, man. I tell you what. You can see that right there. It's hanging on by a single thread. Yeah, I don't blame it. This is not an adventure boot at all. And I found that out today. So next time I do something like this, I'm definitely going out with the Tech 7s. Good thing that's repairable. I can do that myself. Shouldn't be a problem. Alright guys, well, thanks for sticking it out. This was a long one today. I've got some pretty big plans for this channel. I'm gonna do a Japan sea to sea from Pacific all the way to the Japan seaside, and I'm hoping to do that here before work starts up again. Gets real busy, maybe in the next couple months, and then in the summertime when work slows down again, I'm hoping to get up to Hokkaido and do a trip up there, maybe a couple days with a buddy of mine. And then this May, I'll be riding with a Japanese friend of mine. He's going to show me some of the trails that he takes where he lives in Nagano Prefecture, so that should be pretty fun. So stay tuned, I got some pretty exciting stuff coming up, and just really grateful for you guys showing interest in my content. If you're ever in the area, let's give me a shout out, and let's ride. Again, thanks for sticking around, you guys, really appreciate it. And I will leave you all today with the time lapse that I recorded, so enjoy. This is ADV Japan, out.